You don't need a script if you want to start a podcast. You don't need a script. And there are 3 different, I guess you'd call it schools of thought in terms of how you're gonna do a podcast. And you can either do a full script where you basically write out every single thing that you wanna say, and then that's what you say verbatim. You can do an outline, which is my personal favorite, where you just write down, like, the highlights, the things that you wanna make sure that you're saying so that as you're talking, you can kinda still keep it loosey-goosey, but also stay on track of what you intend to tell people. And then the final one is to just go total free form. Now, I will do that occasionally. In fact, I do it quite a bit whenever I'm doing my More Movement Please podcast because I'm usually thinking off the cuff about like what's going on that day or how I'm feeling or what's going on at the gym or just a general topic. But what I like to do the most is the outline, and that's because I don't like sitting down with no idea of what I'm gonna say. I prefer to have at least something that I wanna talk about. And so what I do is I keep an idea file for all the things that I wanna put on the fitness podcast. And I highly recommend that you start doing that yourself because you might be surprised whenever you're driving around or taking a walk or even in the grocery store the ideas that will come to you. So I recommend doing this on your phone. That way you have a place that you can easily access all the time from anywhere. I do it through the Google Suite apps or the Google Suite of apps because I love Google stuff. Like I know some people hate on Google, some people prefer Microsoft, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you use, but basically I do the Google because I can connect it to my desktop, to my tablet, to my phone, to all the things, and I can access it from anywhere that I have the internet. And so I highly recommend that you put yourself together a little folder that you start adding all of your ideas to. I have a spreadsheet personally that has literally every idea that I think of for my podcast. And I sometimes will even put dates on it so that I know, like, okay, I really want to get this out by this date. Or like if something's timely, even though most of the stuff I do is evergreen, there are a couple things that are timely. Like, for example, I want to do some stuff for Mental Health Awareness Month, and that comes in May. And so I know that those episodes I need to make sure go out then. So those are the 3 schools of thought. Again, it's outline, full script, or total free form. It's completely up to you which one you use, but I highly recommend that you start keeping yourself some ideas. That way you never run out of ideas for what you're going to record for your podcast. If you go to famousashleygrant.com/car, you can get all my tips for how to start and grow your own podcast and come back tomorrow. We'll talk about it some more.